on this journey to 1 million subscribers, I know that consistency is going to be key. And consistency and uploading consistently isn't something that I've managed to do in the past. So if I want things to be different this time, I know that I'm going to need some help, I'm going to need some support, and I'm going to need somebody to hold me accountable. And that's why today I'm meeting up with my friend, being Alphie. He is an amazing personal development content creator, and he is somebody who definitely won't be afraid to call me out on my bullshit. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little bit scared because Alphie's pretty tough, he's straight to the point, but I know that someone like him is not only going to help me, but the information that he shares is going to help you guys too. So let's go meet Alphie!
So what's happening, people? My name's Alphie Valentine, also known as Being Alphie. I'm a self-talk specialist and also a man that really f***s with the mindset. So I'm on a bit of a journey with Clara. She reached out to me to help her with her goals, and yeah, we're gonna hit 1 million subscribers. So when Clara first hit me up with a goal to do 1 million subscribers, I was kinda excited for her because for probably about 3 or 4 months I've been hitting her up saying that she needs to do more, she needs to put herself out there much more. So I think 1 million subscribers is a worthy goal. Yeah, and I really like it. It's gonna force her to become someone different, which is good.
I told you that I was gonna be coming to meet Being Alphie, AKA Alphie Valentine, and here he is. I did say I was a bit scared.
Why?
Because I know that I won't be able to escape.
There's nothing to escape from. It's you, me, your thoughts and action.
Whew, I feel like with this, my biggest challenge is going to be not losing my shit. Yeah, it is. And you've got this diary here, which we'll get a close-up of later, and it's got a picture of me in it.
Yep.
1 million subscribers.
Yep.
And then some writing.
Definitely that.
Do I believe that Clara can do it? Well, if I didn't, I wouldn't waste my time, to be quite frank. And also, I just feel that she's at a point in her life where she's had a lot of setbacks, a lot of challenges, and she has to. So she just needs some practical challenges, a bit on the mindset. Yeah, she's got it.
So I think the thing with this is that I understand that I'm going to have to achieve what I haven't achieved before. I'm going to have to do what I haven't done before. And I feel like my biggest thing, or I don't even know if it is a fear anymore because I think I've overcome it, but when I first stated that this is what I wanted to do, my fear was like, but what happens if I don't? Like, what happens if I say, because in the past, if you go through my YouTube channel, especially like the last 5 years, if anyone's watched the videos, or all of them, there'll be loads of them that start with, I'm going to start making videos consistently. And then there'll be like 4 months pass and there's not another video. And then I'll upload another video and it will start with, I'm going to start making videos consistently.
Let me ask you a question,
Yeah.
while straight into it. Do you think that you judge by the result and expectancy of a result over a period of time?
I did.
Okay.
So one of the things that I've been saying to myself and looking at the last few weeks is that that's not important. Because for me to get longevity and to get where I want to go, I'm going to upload videos that I think are brilliant and they're going to get like, 1,000 views. Like I have that's part and parcel of it. So I have to stop allowing that, that kind of need for instant gratification when it doesn't come to stop determining my next action, which 100%. I definitely have done in the past.
I genuinely feel her biggest challenges will be her self-talk based upon her past experiences. I feel there's probably going to be a voice in her mind saying this is a completely new territory and you're going to have to do things that put you out of your comfort zone and do it consistently without watching the immediate feedback, i.e. instant gratification and results. That normally most people. So I think there's going to be that as a big challenge for Clara.
Because I think that's the thing with this whole new digital age. A lot of people see the results. We've talked about it before on your show.
Yeah.
Iceberg theory, and it's literally that. It's like if you can't see a similar result straight away, mind gets tuned off, you start doubting, then comes the fear, then comes the judgment, and then it's just like, well, it's easier not to do it today. Then today becomes a week becomes a month, and then you're starting again with the same sort of maybe idea, hype, energy, and you go, you know what, I'm going to do this, but that's something we're going to KO because that starts with self-talk. So
in this book, which you gave me a while ago,
yes.
The system, you talk about that because you talk about batteries, don't you? Like
yes.
When you get a toy and they give you like the cheap kind of batteries, it starts and it's like the toy's full of energy and it runs out really quickly, as opposed to if you invest in some more expensive batteries where you keep that like level energy for a much longer period.
Go on.
There you go. See? Hey, I have read it.
I've read it. I like your style.
But I just don't like writing in it because it's got the shiny pages.
Do you know what? You're hotting me up about the shiny pages. We're going to have to do something different.
Yeah, because it's too nice to write in. That's the issue. You can't have a book that you're supposed, like a workbook you're supposed to write in. And it's too nice to write in. I'm just saying. But yeah, I have. So that, like you just saying that there, it's that kind of thing, isn't it? And I 100%. Think, like, I know in the past I was so concerned with what other people think.
I'm just making loads of notes.
Yeah, go for it. We all know the internet is just a place for people to offload their opinion. And yeah, there's always kind of a lot of negativity floating around. And although there's positivity as well, it's always easier to focus on the negativity. And I know in the past, the reason that I haven't been consistent with content is because of other people's opinions. Like, was a major concern for me. And the results are a major concern for me. Like, oh, it hasn't got any views, then that means that it's not good. What's the point of me trying? Like, there's no point in me doing it. I might as well just give up now. When the feeling to give up comes, it's about me not actually giving up at that point. Because in the past, the feeling to give up has come and I've gone, do you know what? Yeah, I give up. So really making sure that I dig in and I do not give up. Whenever
that happens, you have to have at least 3 people that you can call randomly. I'm one of them, yeah? Because all that is self-talk. Yeah, and that's exactly what I love. When you do anything like this, there's always going to be challenges. You're working with other people, things are going to go wrong, things aren't always going to go right, but sometimes I allow those things to really, really hugely impact me and to stop me from doing what I set out to do. So that's going to be a challenge. So I guess this is what I want to do with you in this, call it our first session. Yeah. I have got this thing called the system, which has worked for me to achieve every type of goal, coming from, it could be just feeling goals down to materialistic, down to everything. Yeah. So I want to go through that with you. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you some hard and direct questions. Yeah. Firstly, to state the goal in its entirety. What is it you want? Yeah. 100%. What is it? Okay. So I want to get my channel to 1 million subscribers, and I want to be in a place where I can live the kind of lifestyle that I want to live from the income that I'm creating. So I'm not reliant on external sources to feed that. My purpose for doing getting to 1 million subscribers is for myself, but it's also to show other people if it's possible for me, anything is possible for you too. So that's like a big deal for me, is to be able to say to other people, and I feel like I can't tell the truth of what it takes to get to that space if I'm working for certain companies or organizations that have like a strict kind of, you can only say this, you can only say that, in accordance with this, in accordance with that. So I want to be free of all of that so that I can speak my truth, I guess. So let me ask you a question about a time you felt that you should have said something. Don't try and get me to say something. No, this is exactly what we want to do. Yeah, now you're going to get me to say it so I can get fired. No, I want to know a time that you've said, okay, well, you felt that you wanted to say something and you felt almost like strangled and you felt, do you know what, this isn't the freedom, I'm actually restricted. Yeah. So I think, I don't know, there's been times where I've wanted to comment on like political situation. Like, I'm allowed to talk about racial injustice, I'm allowed to talk about anti-racism. So from that perspective, like for me, it's been really positive to have those kind of conversations on a platform. And sometimes there's certain things that I'd just like to say about like political situations in this country or in other countries, and I can't, because I have to remain neutral. So we've got a good wire, strong wire out of you. Next mark we move on to is like the start date and the frequency. You're already on your way with this, aren't you? How much time can you dedicate to this? All my time, basically. So I have... That is a very, very, very quick and hard and very direct. All of your time. All my time, okay. What does that mean? I know, like, I've spoken about here on the channel and also like to you that I'm moving back to London, and my idea is that I'm going to pay 6 months rent up front, and that's 6 months for me to go as hard as I can on this. Like, that's it, no excuses. Dan, so at the end of the 6 months, what you're looking to have is almost like a formula, so you can go, I can repeat this, and this is going to produce me a consistent result, i.e. I get it as was it be like an engaged audience? Yeah. Is that what you're looking for at the end of the 6 months? And at that point, at the end of the 6 months, like, I'm not concerned about numbers so much as like having that, me feeling like I know what I'm doing, basically. There is no, I don't care about numbers. It's not about numbers, it's about consistency. It's about producing content consistently, take everything else off the board. So it's kind of like
just get the content done. And that's where I've slipped up before in the past. Like I said, because I've been obsessed with numbers. So it's like, take the numbers off the table for a moment and just produce the content. That's all you have to do for 6 months, is do that.
Perfect.
That's going to be really, really important, I think, is just, developing those kind of like mental strength skills. And just to be able to kind of, to stay consistent, to have the willpower, to develop my willpower so that whatever happens, I put a video out. It doesn't matter if it's the best video in the world or the crappiest video in the world, but I put something out so I stay consistent. So I stay consistent for the audience, I stay consistent for myself, so I stay consistent for everybody. And I remember somebody saying to me, I think it was Charlie Sloth who said to me, that consistency is more important than quality. So it's like, even though you always want to deliver a great video, if something goes wrong and you can't deliver that great video, put something up when you say you're going to put it up. Like, consistency is key. He told me that about 8 years ago. So I've been sitting on it for a while.
So there's quite a few things that Clara has to do. She's using parts of my system as well as her own sort of prior knowledge. I think the first thing that she's going to do, which will give her a real eye-opener, is list the 50 people within her network or not in her network that she thinks she's going to need to achieve this goal, and then also put ahead of that what she feels she can bring to their table, what value she can give to them. So I think that that's going to be a decent challenge, because once you've got that plan, it's go time.
Have you made a brainstorm yet of who you feel you're going to need to interact with, what their skills are, their talents, the organisations? Have you done that?
Josh, turn the camera on yourself. So in terms of like the people that I've got that I'm working with, I think so, yeah. So I went straight to so George and Sarah, who are like have been really great. Then like Con, who's my friend who has a big YouTube channel, so he can kind of advise me from his perspective, and he also has a studio that I've been using. Thanks, Con. So like those people are there. Josh, who's amazing and I know gets me, because I think that's like, sometimes I've worked with people and they're just like,
what the going on?
Who is this crazy person?
That's a small list though. I'm talking about whenever I brainstorm, I will literally think of the goal, and I'll think of all the people, all the groups, and I'll brainstorm. Not necessarily am I going to use them,
right, okay.
But what will happen is there'll be times where you have like blocks of what should I do, and it might just be that phone call.
Yeah.
Might be just reaching out to that person, that connection that you have. And especially if you do what I now teach people to do, because we all me. Next to every single person or group or organisation, I put what I can do for the person.
Yeah.
Because then I go into it with that for the phone call.
Right.
Or when I reach out with the email. So for example, you've got somebody to subscribe, but okay, what can I do for your channel?
Yeah.
So it's that very, very give to receive reciprocity that comes back to you tenfold.
Yeah.
With your network, you should have like at least, and that's going to be your first task for me, at least 50. At least 50. How quickly could you get me a list of at least 50? I'm saying 50, which for some people will seem like a big number, but I know you've got a good network.
I can easily do it by the end of this week.
Perfect. Everyone heard that. We'll hold you accountable for that by the end of this week. Yeah, 100%. All right. So you're committing to the people that are going to come on this journey with you and help you grow and support you, that you're going to give them 2 pieces of content per week. Yeah. Are you 100% sure?
I'm 100% sure.
Fine. Okay, fine.
Like my plan of action is get up every day, do some kind of exercise, and then like I always do before I switch on my phone is do like some stuff to get myself into the right kind of mindset.
What is the right kind of mindset?
For me, the right kind of mindset is it's already done. So like.
Do you remember I reached out to you, I said, I feel you're ready. Do you remember I said, I feel you're ready? Yeah. It's these things, I've been listening to your words a lot. You're not saying think, you're saying feel.
Yeah.
Feel gets shit done. I'm literally listening to them so intensely. Yeah. And now you're saying, it is done.
It's done, yeah. Everything's working out for me. So it's like that, I'm kind of coming from that perspective, and I'm
genuinely smiling, you know. Yeah. This is good. It's good to hear.
It's already done. So it's already done is something that is on constant loop. So it's on my phone screen as well. It's on constant loop. So it's like there's no point worrying and stressing about it, because from the moment that I decide that I want it, it's already done. So I just have to do what I have to do. Yeah.
So let's talk about the actual goal. 1 million subscribers, if you hit it. Talk to me about it. How would you see that?
The biggest thing for me is freedom, and it looks like I can go somewhere and be in a room full of amazing people and know that I belong there and not feel out of place in those spaces, but also just like so that I can feel good in those situations. And I think in the past I've kind of always felt like less than other people, so it hasn't allowed me to actually be myself in situations. So I very much see it like as, you know, what, like being in a place where I'm like proud of who I am and what I've achieved, and just to be able to kind of go up to people, talk to people, socialize with people, and just enjoy my life. So
the 1 million followers is going to give you validation and significance, and also lifestyle
and freedom.
Yeah, which is part of your lifestyle.
Yeah.
There's a few things I'm going to get you to do.
Okay.
So you're going to be busy from my end as well, and I'm going to hold you accountable because you're active. And you said, what did you say? She could do all her time. Is that it?
Yeah.
The
all
word?
my time.
All your time. You're fucked for saying that now. Yeah. There's going to be at least maybe 3 or 4 tasks that I'm going to want written.
Yeah.
That I'll come and meet you, and I want to get, and I want to feel the truth behind it.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I've said this to you before. I think you've got the talent.
Yeah.
But
Thanks.
there hasn't been a plan.
No.
There hasn't
never
been a plan.
There's something in me that tells me this is what I have to do.
Good
and this is why I end up back here every single time.
Good stuff.
Because there's something that won't let me let go of it. So even if I'm like, no, which I did, me and my best friend had a cafe and wine bar for 3 years, I'll just go and do that. But it won't go away. And then what happened? Someone out of the blue called me and said, can you come and do a pilot for BBC Radio London? And I was like, huh? Because even though I was trying to ignore it, it's obviously what
you're meant to be doing.
Yeah.
100%.
Alfie's amazing, and I think that I know that he is the right kind of person to help me with this, because he's strong, he's tough, and he will just hold me accountable. He'll hold me to my word, and he won't take any rubbish. Like if I go, oh yeah, but this happened or that happened, he'll be like, and what? And what? Like stuff is going to keep happening. Things are going to keep happening. You can't give up. So I know that he's got that kind of, he's got that right tone. Plus he's been through it all himself. Like he's literally made millions, lost millions, made it again. And just his attitude, and to be around somebody like that who has that energy, who has that knowledge of personal development, I think is really, really going to help me. And I'm super excited that he's actually going to be on board for the challenge with me, because I feel like he's somebody that I'm so grateful to have in my team. And I know that what I learn from him and what happens is gonna kind of really elevate me. But also the other thing about Alfie is that knowing that I have to see him once a month, and that he's messaging me with tasks to do and etc., makes me feel like I have to do things. Even if I don't feel good about it, I will do it, because I won't want to let Alfie down. I know I've made the promise and I don't want to look stupid. So it's like, right, okay, I can do this. It's accepting that I can do this and doing it. And Alfie is the man for the job. Come on, Alfie! 1 million subscribers!
Once you are that person, you believe it, the automatic end result is your goal, for a fact.
Yeah.
Like 1 million subscribers isn't mental. I mean,
No, it's not. It's just a number.
it's 100%. So you could change that to 5 million. You could change it to 100,000.
1 billion.
You could do it.
Yeah.
You could do it. If you're
Fact.
if you're not, then it will be because you'll be able to look at your plan and go, I didn't actually do that.
this.
I didn't believe in this. And that you're going to have to share with people as well, because you're being real.
And being real, yeah, and transparent and giving everyone the naked truth. That's what we do. Thank you so much for
You're
this.
more than welcome.
It's amazing. And if people are watching this, if you have any questions at all that you want me to ask Alfie in the next session when we meet up in a month's time, and hopefully I've done everything, otherwise I'm going to get in trouble. I will have done everything.
Weasel word. That is a weasel word.
I will have
Take
done
it out.
everything, and he'll be very, very proud of me. And this is going to be a great second meeting. But if you have any questions at all, then let me know. Drop them in the comment section below, and I will make sure that I put those questions to Alfie. And while you're here, make sure you've hit the subscribe button, because I'm making it to 1 milli, and everyone helps.
Peace out.